but it cannot go unguarded.
Yeah.
Oh, just one guy. Okay, no, he's a unit, bro.
Yeah, I know, but like that's still his brain. He's like, I don't care if it's one guy. Like he needs to be here.
Please don't kill him. Not this. Not immediately like, oh, well, Beacon's gone. Can't talk to God anymore.
Okay.
We keep on getting paladin friends and then leaving them to die.
Okay.
I swear to God.
So, we've left Gottfried behind.
Cool.
As you begin a journey through the forest with Zulukia, she will warn you to prepare yourselves as best you can.
I need to look at my spells.
She will say to you, going into the cave is not something that you should take lightly. Because going into the cave, it connects you to the castle Strahd. And when we get there, if you get disconnected from any of us, we'll have to leave you behind. Share. Not that I dislike any of you, or am keen on leaving you behind, but usually if you go looking for somebody, you don't come back now.
Right, not personal, we get it.
I feel like when it she says get lost in the castle by like going off on their own, I think instinctually I very slightly look at Elvina. Like it's just like, and then like look back. Not like drawing attention, but just like a slight acknowledgement of that and then looking forward.
Hey, she's gotten a little bit better.
A little bit.
You've got to have at least an ounce of survivor's cunning. And if you don't got it, then don't come. And she sort of looks between each of you with like a very grave expression as she tosses over her shoulder a satchel bag and prepares herself. She puts a knife at her waist, and you see that she has sort of an easily accessible potion linked to the front of her chest. It is red in color. It is similar to a potion of greater healing that she has sort of strapped to her front should she need it. I suggest that you prepare yourself. We're going to be heading in under the cover of the daylight, but ain't no daylight in them caves. You understand?
Yeah.
Can you see in the dark, Share?
Just
I
fine.
think we can all see in the dog.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
So she will...
DM question, sorry, this was about last week. Spoilers, I heard the other party level up. Were Jay and I also supposed to level up?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that. You might have said it at the end of the thing, and I was not paying attention. That might have been my bad.
No, that's my bad. Baby, you level up. You and Drac need to level up.
Just, what all level are we supposed to be on? Just make sure I did it.
You're supposed to be level 7.
Okay, I didn't even do that. Fuck.
I did not do that either.
I remember her
Lord.
saying it, and I never did.
Yeah, I know.
So we all should be level 7. Is everybody at level 7?
No.
No.
I think everyone forgot, buddy.
Oh no.
I didn't hear that.
Maybe
I
we
must
did
have-
need that recap.
Should we get
You
some
best
Jeopardy
prepare
music up in
yourself,
here?
then cheer.
I'm pretty certain. I don't feel like
5-minute break.
said to
It's
us.
a 5-minute level up break.
So level up to the creepy cave music. I'm so sorry.
You're all good. You're all good.
It was honestly probably us, buddy.
It was totally us.
Okay. It is when we have to go sans. I'm sorry that we have to raw dog into today with no recap, but you all did make it to level 7, so you can adjust yourselves, kids.
Yeah. Question.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to multi-class with a rogue.
Yeah. As long
Good
as you meet the
stuff.
prerequisites for multi-classing, you can go ahead and dip.
Dope.
All right, I'm a dip.
You can bounce. You can leave.
Gotta go.
But I will kill your character and all the people he loves.
Fuck.
Crazy.
Oh,
Oh, he's nutting.
Well, it's because my character is now.
Oh,
Mhm.
I
They're
get-
they're
I
they're a
get
level
evasion
something.
Now. That's so good.
Did you just say I get an Asian now?
I
Excuse
get-
me?
I get evasion.
Oh, I heard
Let's
Asian
go.
and I was immediately concerned.
Level 7 does not come with a complimentary Asian. Okay, none of the levels.
But that would be dope.
None of the yeah, I don't think it would. I don't think it would.
I don't think it would.
No,
be
a
good.
willing one.
Even if it's willing, I don't feel good about that.
I
Anyway.
actually don't want to have an Asian in my possession. I don't want to own anyone.
Not what I wanted.
Not even a little what I
So you
wanted.
don't even want a fucking panda?
I don't want a panda. Definitely not.
I want a panda. But what about a red panda?
Red pandas
Sorry.
are cute.
Right?
I would own a red panda if they were safe.
Is everyone listening to the creepy cave music while they level up?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and talking
Yeah.
about red pandas.
Just the occasional dripping. I hope it makes somebody have to bio break. And somebody be like, wait, I have to pee.
I did pee before we started, so that.
Well, I'm currently drinking tea, so that means I will have to bio break at least once.
I've been drinking a lot of water today. It's bound to be like, hey, 5 seconds.
I'm drinking cider. So is Cat and Alan.
Give me my
Ahead.
4th level spells. I get one. Yes, I get one 4th level spell.
Same.
My name is Jason Aldean.
Oh, by the way, unfailing inspiration. Gotta love it. Anytime you guys get a bardic from me and the roll fails, you still get to keep the bardic, even if you used it.
So good.
Is a
Only if it succeeds will it be expended.
Oh, that's sick.
Y'all, I'm so happy. I was like, my character wouldn't know what to do with God. So, bardic, safety, safety net.
There's so many good spells on the 4th level.
There aren't there?
It's so
And
crazy.
with sorcerer,
I
you
don't
have
even
to
have
pick
that yet.
yours, don't you? You can only pick one.
I only
can't
have
you?
one.
And any thoughts?
Just think about what makes sense for Elvina to have.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I also have universal speech now.
I just have greater invisibility.
I know that's nice. I was thinking of honestly doing banishment. I feel like that is something
Yep.
Elvina would totally be
Yes.
like, listen, you're pissing me off. God.
get out of here.
Yeah.
Buddy, yes.
I'm between that one and Wall of Fire.
Waluigi?
Wall of Fire is a good get the fuck out of dodge spell, and also
Yeah,
like,
it sends up a wall. If we want to flee, it allows us time. Anyone that goes through it takes damage. Like,
it's concentrated on one side, and then it's completely it's opaque, so that no one can see through it.
All right, I think I've done all of my leveling.
Yeah, I'm all good, but I didn't have to pick any spells.
Well, lucky you, all right?
Yeah.
He's gonna need spells after Drax's done with them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna get he's gonna beat me up.
Beat me up, Scotty.
oh, this one's also a good one though.
Okay,
I've got
very
some hard
very-
accents tonight, so please get off
judgment.
get off my cock. And if you're thinking about jumping on my cock, don't even think about it.
Don't even try.
Okay, I just realized I'm the spell list for my bard is hindered by D&D Beyond in the wrong way, because the 6th level for a bard is 4 first level, 3 second level, and 3 third level. Yet I only have 1 third level spell slot, spell right now, and it still says I can only have 1 other one when I go to add spells.
Is it from
Is
your
it because you're multi-classing? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, but I don't have any. I'm level 1 in cleric. I don't have any 3rd level spells or 2nd level spells yet.
I think there's a... That doesn't make sense.
Because I literally have 4 first level spells for the cleric stuff, but when it's the bard stuff, literally I have 1, 2, 3, 4 first level, the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 3 second level, but then only 1 third level. And I still, when I go to add spells, it's only 8 out of 9. As in, like, I only have one slot open. I like normally it's not like a problem. I just figured I'd ask because I'm looking at the thing from D&D Beyond site saying it's 6th level. Unless Counter Charm is one of the 3rd level spots.
I don't know. I would refresh if possible. I'm not sure how to break or fix the amount of spell slots that you have in D&D Beyond without giving you an item. Or fix your spells without giving you an item. Usually it's better at that, but it might be because of D&D 2024.
I don't know, but I never even realized it. Even on, like the last level, I should have had 2 third level spells, but I only had 1.
How many levels in Bard are you?
6.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it, and it's like known spells 9, 4, 3, and 3. And I have the 4 in the first and 3 in the second, but only 1 currently. So basically, it's like I'm a 5th level bard.
I'm gonna
It's like
take
thinking
my
I'm a
small
5th
bio
level.
break while this is going on.
Okay.
Good.
Because it basically is saying that I'm now a 5th level bard, despite me being level 6.
Sounds like you need to delete your character and remake them from scratch.
That's such a process. Don't do
Alan,
That's so
Shut up.
much. I think it's definitely doing like a little broken because of the multi-class is what I am thinking is happening currently. I think it might be. I think it
Just
might
had to be fancy and multi-class, huh?
doing something slightly restrictive because of the multi-class. Try removing your level in cleric and then re-adding it after you have your bard levels up. Try doing that and see what happens. Cause at level 6,
it literally says known spells 8 out of 9 currently. Even after I removed it and refreshed it.
You multi-class, babe?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So 9 known spells. You get 4.
I'm just gonna stick sorcerer.
3 second and 3 third. And then you get 3 cantrips.
And I have the 3 cantrips. 1, 2, 3.
where-
Well, I
where
have
are you-
technically 4 cantrips, but that's
So
because
where
of
are you,
legacy.
on what level are you missing spells?
So basically, I'm a level 6 bard in D&D Beyond, but apparently the amount of spells I have is equivalent to that of a level 5 bard. But I have all of the other stuff. It's just the spells that is the equivalent of a level 5 bard, which doesn't make any sense to me. Of like why that's happening or has happened.
And it's not letting you letting you pick another one. Like it's not.
It's letting me pick
Oh.
one other 3rd level spell, but it means I will still only have 2 versus the 3 that it says I should have.
I wonder. I'm gonna take a look at your character.
Hi, my
sheet.
little love.
I am back.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Hi, my little love.
Yo, I get sneak attack.
It doesn't mean it's for you, you fuckhead.
Level 1. Do you get sneak attack?
Apparently I do. Sneak attack.
Oh yeah, first level.
1.
Yeah.
That's actually
Wow, that's
That's some damage.
What told
Yeah, it's crazy. Let me spend 10 minutes putting on this massive clanky armor, but also rogue.
Sneak attack.
But also,
Question.
Sneak
though,
attack,
question,
clank,
though.
clank. Is it a sneak attack
Oh, wait.
if you cut their head off?
Hold on. Is sneak attack bound by?
Please don't bite me.
Hold on.
you don't need advantage on attack rolls if it is at least one of your allies is within 5 feet of the target. The ally doesn't have to be incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. Doesn't say anything about being sneaky. Has to be a finesse weapon though.
Yeah, that's. I was like, I'm pretty sure you have to have a finesse weapon.
Finesse
Is
or
your
range.
Yeah, finesse or
My current sword is finesse.
Hey, that's so it's you get full damage with that. Is that what happens with that weapon? Like you get,
I can two-handed or one-handed. That's also it's versatile and finesse.
So it's letting me add a spell bud. Like when I go here, it's letting me learn another 3rd level. And I
three third levels or just 2?
So I think it's depends on the number of spells that you've selected in your lower levels. Like if you've chosen to know more than like I think it'll let you pick, because how many 2nd levels do we have? We've got
Says 3. I
1,
have only 3.
2, 3, 1, 2.
And some of my cantrips are some of my spells in general like are tied exclusively to my race and the class from that, like features and traits.
I'm on your managed spells, so these ones aren't tied to your race. I'm not looking at your total spells overall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that tracks. And then aid, enhance ability, 40 wind, Leopold's mass healing word. Ow. Yeah, I don't know how to fix this.
I'm so stupid.
Did you fix it?
No, it's the amount of fucking spell slots I have. Not spells, spell slots. I'm fucking stupid, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the amount of times I can
brother.
cast that at it. Yeah, because I was like, what? I'm so confused. And then I'm like, wait, does it mean spell slot? Spell level? And then I looked at level 6 and it's literally, oh, you only know 9 spells. So, okay.
Okay. All right.
Crisis averted. I'm just stupid.
That's fair, because I couldn't figure out how to fix an additional learned spell. I was like, I don't know how to do that. Okay.
Everyone's screaming at me.
Everyone good to go?
Last question. Sorry to extend
Yeah,
this,
of
but
course.
did Jay and Drac take a full rest in the current position that we are in? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
not
Roger
ominous.
In a current position that we are in.
I am
Ominous.
going to.
We are in a current position.
I'm gonna ask you to make a roll later on that has to do with your rest, but like, yes, technically your shit is reset if you have any shit to reset.
Okay. Cool.
Interesting.
Reset your
So
shit.
we are getting the effects of a long rest regardless of this. That would, am I like reading
Correct.
that right?
Correct.
Let's go.
Okay. So. You spend the day journeying with Zulukia. Throughout the bulk of your journey, she is incredibly quiet. She asks that you attempt to move as stealthily as you can and avoid conversation. You may think that that's because she doesn't want to talk to you or otherwise, but even when you are quite far away, she still asks that you avoid conversation. You walk road adjacent, about 50 yards away from it, but you're not walking along the roadways. The leaves crunch under your feet, and so does the icy cold grass. Some of the snow has melted away, but it is still freezing outside. The tendrils of trees in Barovia stretch towards the sky, almost blotting it out above you. There is also a low mist as you travel in the morning that slowly fades away as the day goes on. It takes you most of the day to get back to the area where the roads diverged, one up to Castle Ravenloft, the other through straight into the town of Barovia, or the village of Barovia. Instead, you turn towards the mountains. The trip is pretty arduous. I am going to ask that you each make a Constitution saving throw, unless you are impervious to the cold. It is getting
10.
colder here as you approach the castle.
I have the ring of warmth, so I have
Yep.
a resistance to cold damage.
Baller.
If you're impervious to cold or you have a resistance, you can ignore this roll.
I got a 10.
You said con, right?
Yeah, Constitution.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
You both succeed. You feel your fingers become a little stiff with the frigid air, but it's not too terribly bad. As you make your way up the rocky side of a mountain, eventually you come to a point as you are walking where there's kind of a plateau. There's some trees and vines growing here, and then there's a dense patch of vines along the rocky side of this mountain. And you see Zulukia approach them, and she kind of lifts them up. The vines have significantly more give than you would think that they would, and upon further inspection, you realize most of them are actually dead. And they've kind of been laid here as sort of a camouflage mechanism. As she peels back, you see a deep, dark hole into this damp cave. This is not an expansive walkway. This is a human, just barely human-sized hole in the cave. Jaren is going to have to think some skinny thoughts while making his
So I'm
way.
like fully like hunched over.
Now, you might have some trouble moving here, Sheer, but don't panic.
I'm fine. I'll make it.
The rocks are only hugging ya. As she turns to her side, she herself, a pretty slender woman, and begins to shimmy in through this crack in the earth, this cave. Is there anything that you guys want to do as you begin to your way through this opening? Or anything that you would have wanted to discuss on the journey here, specifically, on your way?
I think I would, I guess if once we got a little closer, So just to be on the same page here, I kind of like look at the two of you. The plan is to go in, try to find everyone involved, and get the hell out. That's the vibe we're going with, right?
I mean,
Define involved. I said my list earlier, and I meant it.
I guess that's the plan. I mean, we definitely don't have a chance against Strahd now.
I would say not yet. I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page. You know, we have a track record.
This is a very valid point.
I have no plans on doing anything other than hope whoever the fuck this girl wants us to get. Can't remember his name. Don't care enough about him. And then the other two chuckle fucks are like very last on my list, if I gotta be honest.
All right. Well.
The only person I care about saving is Emil. If your friends make it out, you should consider that a success. But if they ain't in a dungeon, they be dead. So come to terms with that quite quickly.
Already done.
She, and then you sort of fast forward behind Zulukia. Don't be mindful of any blood. Don't get it stuck to your skin, she says as she sort of is shimmying continuing through the cave. The walls of the cave are wet. They are slick. The material shimmers as you run your hands over it. For a moment, it almost feels like the cave is getting tighter and tighter, like it's breathing in on you as your hand in front of you guides yourself on the wall. Is anyone casting any kinds of light at all as you guys move, or are we moving through the dark?
I am actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same, actually.
I have.
Even though we have dark
ability.
vision.
I can make our dark vision better if you want. As we kind of shimmy through, I think my eyes kind of flare a small white light as we go through here, and just a small little pulse leaves as we're going through this cave, and everyone in this little line has 300 feet of dark vision for an hour.
Nice.
Hits.
Above you, stalactites hang like teeth. The atmosphere is unsettling, to say the least. The only thing that you can hear sort of echoing in the distance is the reverberation of your own footsteps as you move. I would like everyone to make a stealth check, please.
I'm so good at those.
Zulu Kia is going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
I would also like to cast Guidance on top of Jaren.
I can. Okay.
And I can't hit like as Jaren's like hunched over, kind of like sucking in his getting through this, and I'm like I'll just pat his shoulder. I'm like, you got this, buddy. And unbeknownst to me, yet again, unbeknownst to me, yet again, that was me casting Guidance, by the way.
So you all get a plus 10 to whatever you roll. As long as you're within 30 feet of Zulukia, she has cast Path Without a Trace. You see her as she looks back at you. Wolven teeth stretch out over her own as her eyes look at you and are briefly silvered, while you feel yourselves move quieter together. You mirror her movements, you hunch lower, and you roll your feet over the rocky ground. What'd you guys roll?
Well, I got a dirty 20 plus the 10 would be 30.
Hot.
23.
23 is good.
So technically, I rolled a 17. So, but with the plus 10, a 27.
Perfect. Mirroring Zulu Kia, you move silently. She makes a gesture to you all and says, "There's going to be an opening up here soon. The cave, I promise, will not get much tighter here, but we will have to lower ourselves and crawl through a hole." As you see the stalactites descending from above, what was a significantly high slit has now become smaller as you watch Zulukia push herself further under this large rock to begin to crawl. It is very, very tight. "We will not be able to make no hot exit," as she says to you guys. "We either make it out the front door, but if we come back through here and we get stopped or stalled, it is a death trap, you know." And you lower yourselves to the ground. Are any of you claustrophobic in any way?
Nope.
Okay. It is tight as you push yourselves. There is pockets of water as you partially submerge yourselves, doing an army crawl through the caves. Anyone that wants to can make a perception check.
Yes.
Obviously, for an ass man, I'm gonna make one, you know.
Yeah.
22.
22.
Oh, got a 12.
15.
22 for Elvina, 12 and 15. Who
Yep.
is so Zuluki is going to be in the front, but what's our marching order?
I would probably be behind. No, I'd be wherever Jaren's at. Like, I'd be at least
I'll
close
be
enough to have
second.
touched him earlier.
Okay. Alvina.
So I guess I'm in the middle then.
Okay. And then Jaren,
Zuliki
you're
and me.
bringing up
Jaren in the end.
I'm in the rear.
That's how tightly your ass is getting squeezed right now, too.
Jaren, you are looking over your shoulder. You're a very cautious person. You are being mindful of the fact that there's no way for you to close off the entrance to this cave, and not that you even would if you have to come back through this way. You're too busy and preoccupied with the thoughts of your wife and daughter that you sort of lose focus on what's happening. Aeolus, it smells in here. It smells like murky, disgusting water, but there's also a twinge of something else. Something kind of like lemon zest and milk curd together. It smells like acid. The remnants of acid. Elvina, you are directly behind Zulukia. You are watching her intently, so that way you are able to anticipate whatever is going to be coming toward you. You watch her hand move to push herself further into this, essentially like, it's about the size of like when you're at like McDonald's and you're like a kid walking through a tunnel. This is the kind of size tunnel that we're in at this point. You watch her hand move up on some rock, and you see claw marks digging into the rock, and they are deep. Whatever was moving through this very tight space was quite large.
Could I kind of get a little close and see if I can pick up a scent?
Yeah, certainly you can. Roll a perception check with advantage.
Acid.
Not bad. 18.
By the you still have guidance.
Oh yeah, guidance. Cool. All of my D4s have disappeared. Hey, 22.
Okay. On a 22, which is pretty good, I would say that Aeolus can advise you of the milk curdy acid smell that they are smelling. And do you do that, Aeolus?
I mean, I would. And like specifically just because I feel like it's attached to some sort of monster. Just like the smell would probably be reminiscent of potentially of some creature that I may or may not have encountered in my past monster hunting life.
The air is quite stale, Jaren. It's not moving rapidly. You smell that sort of acidic smell faintly on the air. But as you are moving, sniffing precariously in the water, you have that familiar twitch of decay as your hand reaches down and feels something smooth and slender beneath it as you are at this point crawling through the water.
I look at my ring. Is there any undead?
No indication that there's any undead at this point within a certain footage of you.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep going and just.
Okay. As you guys are moving, quite large pebbles now beneath your fingers and your bodies as you move. But Elvina, you and Zulukia, as you're watching her move, this like stone that you're moving across is white and like kind of long. And then you realize it's not stone at all. There are bones scattered along the bottom of this cave. You are essentially swim crawling through bones and still water as you continue to move, following Zulukia. It's not too much longer now, Sheer. We only have about an hour or two to go.
No, for fuck's sake.
So, Can I ask where all these bones came from? Are they just part of the decoration?
I think you can put together where they're from.
I guess.
I choose not to think about things I know will upset me. As she continues to crawl. Make an insight check, Elvina. You're close to Zulukia.
Also, would I and Jaren also have heard her say this?
Yes, up front, certainly.
Oh, and then you'll just hear Aeolus, like, and I'll just be like, sounds like someone's not too fond of changing themselves to better.
I got 12.
On a 12, Zulukia doesn't turn around. She's not really engaging with any of you sort of personally, and you are familiar with this kind of behavior. You yourself have often sort of ignored people that you're using as a means to an end. Zulukia did not mince words when she said that she's not friends with you, and she doesn't want to pretend to be friends with you. You think she was being earnest when she was saying those things. She didn't want to lie to you, and she didn't. Jaren, you know that she did not. As she moves forward, there's a lot of trickery in the castle. You might see things and assume things.
And on camera.
Don't let yourself get confused or lost. Hours go by. As you are moving, eventually there is more give and even more until you're walking through a tunnel. At first, the tunnel is again that rocky, organically forming cave, and then you're walking on cobblestone, laid stone and rock. There's a defined archway. And then suddenly you're walking through a hallway, unlit sconces every so often along the wall. Her ladyship doesn't use this cave system no more, but don't think she don't feel us moving through her organs right now as we make our way in. Aye.
Organs, I don't like that.
What a picture to have in a head.
I don't like thinking about Lady Strahd's guts.
Don't tell me you would not feel if someone were walking through your ankles, Chair.
Why the ankles?
I'm assuming that she knows that we're coming. Just prepare yourselves. And you see her reach towards the blade at her side as she slinks along the wall. You continue walking, this time not for much longer before you reach an arched door. Heavy in its construction, wooden, and carved in it is an ornate image. You see the image is of a cliff hang, where there is someone at the edge of this cliff standing in the moonlight. The moon is framed by that symbol of Ravenloft, the raven in the sky. And as you pan your eyes down to the rest of the image, sort of at the bottom of the door, you see a stack of human corpses or corpses of many kind, almost as if the person at the top of the cliff is awaiting jumping to the depths there where all of these bodies sort of await them. It is an ornate carving. Over top of it there are some words in Barovian which none of you speak.
Does Elvina have like a little flash of like, man, this is literally what I saw, like one of the first nights being here?
Absolutely.
Great.
Elvina, you sort of instantly recognize this imagery as heroes clamoring to their death. And with that, I would like everyone to change the music.
La musique.
Oh, Jesus. Jack got spooked.
La música.
To which one? The castle.
Dracula's castle. Let me know when you've got your music ready.
Hey, look, there's me right there. in the
Are we
video.
timing the music?
Nope.
Oh,
No
okay.
reason to time it.
Karen.
Ambiance.
All right, I'm up.
Sorry. Bird just got me.
I'm ready.
The smell of mold, stagnant water, and decaying flesh assaults your nostrils, Jay, as you awaken, sitting in some water inside this dungeon space. You and, of course, Drac have shared this cell tonight.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Iron wrought cage cell doors in front of you as you look around to stone. Across from you, of course, is the Vistani siblings, the two of them, Luvash, of course, taken away. There is noise at the end of this hall, but you cannot, with being stuck inside this cell, hear what is at the... You can't see what's at the end. Around you, you're sort of just in a long hallway of cells, side by side by side by side. Hope has spent the night attempting to shiv at at these
What
at
an
the,
icon.
at the blocks with her. Of course, you know your weaponry, it was not taken from you, so Hope has sort of had her spear, and she's kind of been rather as successful as you can be in one night of Hope just repeatedly driving her spear along the rock. You see that she sort of chiseled out a small little semicircle in the rock. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws. Let me know if it's below a 10.
Okay.
Does that include also like
Saving? No,
us
that's
as well or no?
No, that's not you.
I got a dirty
Okay.
20.
I also got a dirty 20. What are the odds?
What are the odds? Wow, we're soulmates.
On a dirty 20, you guys were able to sleep. Hope, of course, promising to watch you. Hope did not get any sleep last night. Hope, as you watch her feet are sort of braced on stone as she is repeatedly shake weighting this spear, slowly chiseling out a hole. Alexi watches her leaning up against a cage door. That is never going to work. Shut the fuck up. Do not tell me what is going to work and what isn't. Be silent or be helpful. As she continues to strike the wall, just pure venom in her voice.
Sure.
What are you guys doing in this moment?
I look at Hope and I'm like, Hope, wait, can I see Hope from where I am in this cell?
Yeah, you
Okay.
guys are all in the same cell together. All three of you are in the cell together, directly across from the Vistani. You do hear something or someone further down from you, but like you haven't made any effort to speak to them through the night. The Vistani siblings have been mostly quiet after Luvash was taken. It is sort of rare in this moment for Alexi to speak up and criticize Hope, who is taking none of that.
Hope, how long have you been at this?
I don't know. She just sort of continues to shake weight through the water. You hear the sloshing sort of around you guys. It is about a foot of water in this cell. A bunch of water is coming in, probably higher further down.
Jeez. Okay. Jay is gonna get up, kind of stretch out the joints that I'm sure are sore as fuck for sleeping in the water.
Yeah,
Like,
your shoes are disgusting.
yeah.
You smell rancid as hell. The both
I
of you
bet.
smell terrible. And your
bet.
feet and fingers are fucking cold. It is so fucking cold.
Jay kind of walks towards the edge of the thing, kind of trying to blow on their hands to warm them up, and is going to try and peer down the hall to see what the noise is that wasn't there before.
Absolutely. You sort of crane your face against the cool, slick iron as you look down the hall, and you see limbs hanging out of the cell down the hall. Two muscular forearms. They're tattooed as well. As you look down, you see that maybe like 5 or 6 cells down from you, this is quite an impressively large dungeon. Hands tattooed with the impression of a human bone structure over top of them. So it is the tattoo, like human hands with the tattoo of what would be like an X-ray of them atop. So the tattooing of the bones on top of the hands. You also see some leather bracelets on the arms of whomever has taken the cell far down the hall.
Interesting. Are they? And they are making noise.
They are making noise.
What kind of noise? Are they just like shouting?
No, they're not making like verbal sound, but every so often, obviously Hope is sloshing in the water, you hear a boing, like a clanking of iron on iron.
Okay, one more question before I say anything. I feel like these kinds of tattoos sound familiar, but I don't know what. Have you mentioned people with these kinds of tattoos before?
I have not to you.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then I'm thinking of something else entirely.
Make a general intelligence check. Excuse me, not a general intelligence, history specifically.
Well, still know how great I am at those. Wow, I've rolled a natural 20.
Woo!
That's awesome.
On a natural 20, as you are looking at these bones tattooed on this man's hands, tattoos are in the Dominion, in the Dale lands, tattoos are usually an indication of allegiance, right?
Yeah.
You know that the swords of the Dales will occasionally get tattooed on them the crest of the Dale lands. You've seen Hope's ornate tattoos of the Hydra Helix that indicate her origin. You've seen members of the Verdant Covenant get leaves tattooed on the center of their foreheads. You've seen an impression of a feather in the center of the forehead of Danica. As you are looking at these bones, they're shaded in deeply, like they're blackened. And that word blackened sort of hits around your head a while, and you remember briefly, prior to you furthering your journey here, hearing about a pirate called Bones the Blackened. He's a famed pirate captain in the Dalelands who you know was wanted. And the only reason you remember this story is because you remember that members of his crew have been known to have ornate tattoos like the ones that you're seeing now, and that there was a reward for any capture or knowledge that anyone could provide about any of the crew of Bones the Blackened.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Someone's ended up here somehow, looks like. Jay will call down to what they assume is this pirate. Goes. Hey, down there. Did they bring you in overnight or something? I don't remember you being here before.
It's just Blackbeard.
Grace. Bone hands.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. I did just call him bone hands.
As the banging stops.
It's a 17.
17 is pretty high. Careful, mate. I don't make friends in places like these, but I might make allies if you're useful enough. Do you have a crowbar on you?
Do we have a crowbar on us?
Do you
That
think
feels
we'd
like
be
some- that
sitting
feels-
here? if
That
we
feels
had-
like something Drac might
Aeolus
have
does.
randomly.
Well, you can have one, Aeolus, but man,
I mean,
if
I feel like if we had a crowbar, we'd be out of here already.
if only you guys had the key.
Do you got anything weighty enough that I can brace it against the door and attempt to lift it up? I think mine's loose. If you've got anything down there.
Brace it up against the door. Well,
Aye. The iron sconces, I'm gonna try to lift this thing up. Are you gonna be helpful or not?
I mean, even if I do have something, how do I know
Talking
that
posh. Real posh. You hear the iron banging continue as you're assuming that he's attempting to drive his foot or something beneath it to attempt to lift it. She took my sword. I don't have... Fucking Christ.
Really? She took your sword.
Mind your business. You look like meat fresh for the batter. And he attempts to you see he's trying to manhandle this iron door.
Mm-hmm.
As you are looking around outside of your cell, make a perception check, please. And Drac, if you're doing the same, you can also make a perception check as well.
Nah, Drak's chilling. He's big thinking.
I only got a 6, unfortunately. You can have Hope give me the help action if you want, but I don't know if she would want to.
She
Can Hope give me the help action, please, DM?
she can
Can
give you the
Hope-
help action.
Can Hope actually look?
Hope has currently a level of exhaustion, but she'll give you the help action.
Cool.
That disadvantage is a motherfucker.
Oh
So
no.
it goes from a 6 to an 8.
You better
On
do
an
some
8.
convincing to Drak.
An 8, you're just sort
I don't
of.
think the double help action exists.
No,
an
Drak can
8.
look.
You're kind of preoccupied.
That's
I mean,
fair.
if Drac doesn't want to get out. That's
Nah,
fine.
Drak chilling. He's big thinking.
Drac is big chillin'. He's big thinking.
Big thinking. He's got
What is
got
Drak-
decisions to think about.
Is he gonna kill Jay? I think that's what he's thinking about.
Wow.
You listen a little while longer at Esmeralda's quiet sobs as she attempts to stifle herself with a rag, as you hear a creaking of some kind before a loud bang and then a crash of something in the water further down.
Can we distinct what type of
hallway.
material hit the water?
Yeah, sounds like a big piece of iron. And before long, you hear the sloshing of something moving from further down the way. And as you're looking out, Jay, even on a 6, you see this man, as he has broken himself out of this door. He
did it.
carries a blade in his hand. This man is hulking. This is a massive man. He is big. Drac is pretty stacked. Jaren is also
But
pretty
this guy,
stacked. This guy is not. I don't want to say bigger than you guys in terms of height. He's an average man's height, but he is sturdy. He's very wide.
Board built tough, man.
Oh yeah.
You see
Durango.
dark, damp curls sticking to his face. A weathered face marked by scars. He has like a beard on his chin, and like a faint glint of mischief in his eyes. His hands, you see his knuckles and fingernails are chipped. He is wearing sort of like a he's not dressed for the weather. He has on these sort of like standard leather pants and like a pirate's peasant blouse. As he begins to wade through the water, his boots sort of marred and his fingers are bloodied. You see that there is some rock debris from where he has clearly dislodged this door from the stone sconce that's holding it up. He was clearly put in a portion of the dungeon that is much more dilapidated and water run than the portion that you guys are in, as the water over by him reaches about up to his knees.
Goodness.
Is he standing in front of us right now?
Oh, he's walking past you. His chipped blade in his hand as he continues to wade through the water.
I'll just say, hey bud, those leather jeans seem to be getting a little tight on you.
He looks at you, his brow lowered in intensity, and just continues to walk away.
This fucking guy.
Oh,
You're not going to help. Excuse me.
That's not hope.
Don't know who that was. That wasn't Hope.
Are you going to help us or not? Hope, seeing this man move through the water, approaches the gate. I don't think I owe you nothing. I think that you want to help us. You think that you'll be able to escape on your own? I know that I don't need an adding yes holding me down, as he sort of assesses her and calls her for what she is. This man is clearly not from Barovia, as he sort of instantly able to clock the likes of her armor.
Yeah.
Don't leave us here. I have a child upstairs. My daughter is here. Please, I need to save her. She is in danger. He pauses here for a moment. Hope's gonna make a roll.
A roll.
Sorry, bite your luck. He continues to walk away. No, come back, as she tries to lean in. Every man for himself. What can I say? As he,
Are you a man of gold?
You be a pirate, you know?
You should be a pirate.
You solved the riddle, my friend.
He turns and he looks at you. His full body turning in your direction. Aye. Do you be a man of gold?
I be a man of many gold.
How many gold?
Let's just say 500 pieces, if you're able to help us out.
500 pieces? Yeah, but I want it first. He extends his hand.
Well, it's actually not here right now. It was taken. But I can take you to where it is.
500 gold pieces that you can take me to. You're right full of shit.
All right.
Make a persuasion or deception check, depending on whether or not you intend to give him 500 gold pieces.
Oh, this is... Wait, you said persuasion or
deception. If you intend to give him the gold, it can be persuasion.
I'm not giving him
hell
shit.
yeah. I'm decepting the shit out of this guy.
Okay.
The rogue doing rogue things.
I will tell you, he has a +7 to his insight. He's seen a lot of things. He rolled a 12. What'd you get?
That would be a unnatural 21.
An unnatural 21.
Wow.
All right then. Is it close here, the gold?
Honestly, I have no idea where we are.
That's fair. And he goes to
Can't
assist
believe-
you.
God, he loves gold so fucking much.
Take your sword on the top. I need you to start hitting there. You too, woman with a spear.
And then I bop.
My name is Hope. Do not call me woman with a spear. As Hope begins to
Bop to the top.
begins to strike at the loose stones up above. Do you help them? Do you help them, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have like any metal weapons, but I do have my immovable rod, so I'm sure that can come into use somehow.
You watch as Esmeralda and her brother begin doing the exact same thing, and you see Bones looks back at them and says, "This is not a 2-for-1. I will not be helping you." As Bones begins to brace himself, sort of at the bottom of the iron door, and he begins to try every so often to lift up. You can see that the door sort of falls down. There are sort of some spikes at the bottom that he is attempting to dislodge and then render upwards. He is going to make a strength check. I need you guys to, I'm going to say that you're able to hit, but I'm going to need you guys to start rolling damage as though you were successfully hitting, not critting, on the stone.
Successfully hitting on the stone.
Correct.
Okay.
Or you guys can make just general strength checks just to determine how long this is going to take.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a strengthy tech, if that's so good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. You can choose athletics if you want.
That is a natural 20.
Unnatural 20
Yeah.
is
Plus,
amazing.
Fire,
plus 6.
I got an 11, which I guess tracks.
Perfect. As you guys begin to hit the top here, Hope also assisting you, dust, debris begins to fall as Bones rips up this door with the aid and assistance of a Drac. It is rendered, the door is rendered broken. It falls down as your door is now open for you to escape. Esmeralda sort of looks at you expectantly, and Alexi says, as she says, "Please help us." As she says, "Please help us," in her own accent, which is
There you go, there you
escaping
go.
me.
I slide Alexi 100 gold pieces just as a tip of what he's about to receive.
Alexi or Bones?
Sorry, Bones.
Yeah, Bones is the
I-
hulking, dark hair,
Yes.
incredibly muscular. His tattoos extend up, as you can see now, his whole arm. You also see that he has some remnants of some kind of face tattoos as well. He's inked up.
I look at my companions and I go, you all can go if you want, but they deserve to be let out too.
Make another perception check as you guys are looking at this guy's tattoos that he has on his body.
Sure.
There's a lot of lettering.
Cool.
He has like a map somewhere, but he's got quite a few tattoos.
A perception, right?
Yeah, perception.
Let's go. Good thing for advantage. That is a 21. Unnatural.
Perfect.
First roll is a 4.
Perfect. What did you get, Jay?
15.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta find this. You see tattooed in the precipice of his shoulder, there is a beautiful ship. It is almost a photorealistic tattoo. The ship is elegant and magical. It has a pirate's banner atop it. On the front is this gorgeous mermaid, and embedded to the side of the ship is its name. you clock the ship, Jay, but Drac, you read the ship's name, and your brows instantly glue together as you see Elvina's name is carved into the side of the ship. You also see underneath his beard, her name is branded, not tattooed, but branded on the side of his neck. As though someone had taken like a necklace and run a lighter over it and pressed it into his skin.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, big fan of Elvina, I see.
What? As he looks at you with like a one lip sort of curling up. I'm sorry, what?
Elvina.
The tattoo. That is my ship's name.
Yeah, what about the branding on your neck there? Still your ship?
It's the name of a ship. He's looking at you quizzically.
I happen to know a person
Quizzically fit.
whose name is Elvina.
Ah, you do? And he steps towards you. In what way do you know this person?
What way do you know her?
Sexually.
He's going to grab you by the scruff of your armor and neck and attempt to drag you into the water and try to drown it out of you, man. Hope is instantly shocked. He's gonna make
Yo. You're gold, man. You're gold.
He's gonna make an attack.
He's gonna give you the gold.
That's a 27 to hit. He's gonna make an athletics check.
Oh my
I'm assuming a 27 hits.
Yeah.
He's gonna make an athletics check. He gets a. This is actually not too good for him. He gets a 22 on his athletics check to pull you into the water.
Not too good.
Fine.
It's a pretty rough. He's a barbarian. It's a pretty rough athletics check.
Do I roll against him?
Yeah, you'll roll an athletics check against him to see if he is. So he's able to like grab you because he landed a hit. This is to see if he can successfully grapple you and drag you through the water. Yeah.
Gotcha.
What?
That was a 10.
That was violent.
Okay. On a 10, you
an
say,
8, sorry.
You say, well, how do you know Elvina? He grabs you by your neck and your shirt, puts you under the water. You take a big intake of the nastiest taste that you've ever had as you see Hope's spear begin to light flame up top as she attempts to strike this man. She is a friend. Get off of him as you see her try to, and Hope's not particularly strong, as you see her try to stiff arm, and he does let you back up to breathe. How do you know her?
She's our party member. Not our party member. Hold on. Let me re-correct that. Let me re-say that.
Yeah.
She's a part of my crew. Nah, I can't. What's the words I'm looking for here?
He's gonna punch Drac in the face. Okay.
Let me try. Sorry.
He's gonna punch you in the face.
How many damage?
I'm tired of waiting. He's gonna punch you in the face. It's just his bare fist, so it's gonna be It's gonna be plus his strength mod.
Yeah.
He does 12 points of damage.
Let's go.
As he punches you in the face with his fist.
He has bare fists?
What?
He is incredibly strong. He has a blade in his hand. He's not stabbed you with it, but he does punch you for 12 points of damage.
As a reaction,
Impeccably strong.
I'm going to use Fade Away. I increase my dex score by 1, and I immediately go invisible. Poof. Magically invisible.
Okay.
Even though he's holding you?
Okay.
He's not holding me anymore. He'd punch me. I mean, like, unless if he is holding me.
I can punch you like this,
he has
brother.
2 hands,
I
bud.
mean,
two hands.
if he's still holding me, then I'm not gonna do that.
One hand is like under the lip.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, boo.
One hand is under the lip of your armor as you're sort of chest up, and he comes down and you feel his fingers crack on your face. It hurts. It doesn't feel good.
Ow.
Speak faster. Money man.
Okay, we showed up here. There's a bunch of us. We have a whole group. I want to say
He
6 or
begins to raise his fist again. This is a really long story, isn't it?
It's
I'm gonna
not
need it
that
to be
long.
about
It's not
2
that long.
seconds faster.
It's not that
Oh.
long.
This is the Sparks Notes version.
She came through the mist with us, and we have been traveling with her.
We've been traveling with her. That's it. That's all I know about her.
Aye, but where is she now?
I don't know. We teleported from Argynvosthold.
She's alive?
Last I know,
I thought.
but it looked like she was getting fucked up.
Where? Where's Argynvosthold? Where here?
I don't know.
There's-
Again, we got teleported. I don't know where.
Do we know, Matt?
I mean, I don't know. Ravenloft is kind of the centerpiece of the whole thing. I guess we probably know generally.
Good, then you'll make your worth, money man. And he lifts you up out of the water. She's alive. You better hope on that, friend. And he lifts you up out of the water.
This fucking guy.
Hope looks at him and she says, "If you try anything like that again, I'll kill you." Aye, I'm sure you will, lass.
Yes, I love it.
Sure you will. So are we journeying on to get the child or no? Yes, we're journeying on to get the child. She just sort of like steps. Yes, of course.
What are you talking about?
You see Hope turns to go assist the Vistani in getting out of their cages as well. As Bones begins to walk forward, treading water.
Yeah.
Are we leaving, or are we taking them too?
They don't deserve to be here.
Well, they'll run you an extra 100 gold pieces
And
each.
Jay, I have no more money.
Whatever. I'll give you 100 gold, man. Let's just get them out of here.
Okay. He will assist you. It will take longer than expected for you to get their cell door open. As you do, you hear a door open somewhere further in the dungeon. And then close very quickly, and then you hear some scuffling. Very fast.
Aw, is it Tinkerbell?
Piddlewick! It's Piddlewick, right? It's gotta be.
You hear
I don't know
some
why that
very
one sent me.
very, very quick scuffling and the sound of porcelain glass.
I knew
motherfucker.
it!
And as
Let's
you
go, it's fucking Piddlewick!
and as you muse is that Piddlewick, you see plopping into the water, holding a set of keys,
This
is
motherfucker.
Piddlewick too.
Oh my goodness.
For those of you who were not here for a description of Piddlewick, Piddlewick is the size of a marionette doll. He is porcelain. He has little beady glass eyes and sharp teeth. He wears the outfitting of a jester and has jingle bells on him. I will send a picture for reference, actually, because he's quite cute. Bones, you can already see in the NPCs chat. You just have to go all the way up.
Yeah, he's up there.
How many keys are on this thing?
It's a bunch of keys, like a ton of keys. An insurmountable amount of keys. Piddlewick has like a full ring. Let me put him in the chit chat. He's so cute. You guys are gonna love him.
Horrible.
This is Piddlewick.
Jay.
Oh, baller.
Jay
Yeah.
kind of crouches down and is like, "Got these for us?"
He nods incredibly quickly, and he presents them to you.
Sick. Jay, kind of puts a hand on Piddlewick's shoulder. It's like, "Thank you so much."
Very cute.
It's gonna go ahead and give kind of a warm smile, and it's going to start trying to open up the Vistani's cage with these keys. I imagine, I don't know, sounds like a lot of keys, but Assuming
Yeah.
one of them works.
You can eventually get them open. Piddlewick is going to turn to you, Drac.
Quick thing.
Yes.
This is a Christian thing, not an Aeolus thing in game that's gonna happen if I ever see this motherfucker. This ain't cute. What the fuck is wrong with y'all's brains?
Are you kidding me? This
He
guy's
is
this
adorable.
guy's adorable. He's adorable.
I don't know. Alan and I literally watched the episode of Teen Titans last night where the Puppet Master is the thing. And, like, this is
Yes.
just the vibe that it's giving me. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Love
I
it.
didn't like the
Love it.
Puppet Master over. Maybe it's because I
No.
hate dolls. So that's.
I
That-
also
That's
on the
probably a
same
big
book.
thing.
He takes out a little tiny present box and also presents that to you as well, Jay.
This guy's an evil
It is
bastard.
It is a black box with a red ribbon wrapped around it as he holds it out in his little tiny hand. How do you react to first receiving the keys and also the present? This is very important.
Yeah. Jay I think understands that at this point
Mhm.
after like, okay, you kind of gotta play into it a little bit. So Jay does everything possible to be like earnestly thankful for the keys, because they genuinely are. Like, it's a very warm smile, kind of pats Piddlewick on the shoulder when they do it, and then Jay will once again, after the present is presented, goes ahead and is again like, for me, and then after being confirmed is like going to, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and take it. And
If you are
open it up.
acting earnestly excited, you see that a little
I am earnestly excited. I haven't Piddlewick has not done me wrong, so I don't.
A little deep grin comes from his pointy teeth as he opens up the box for you, and inside of it is a piece of candy.
Wow.
What the fuck is that? As Big Bone says as he looks at Piddlewick and walk.
Wow.
Alright, don't worry about it.
That's-
This is the key to get us out of here.
Yeah. I already have the keys, right?
Yeah, you already have the keys.
I'll
He
go
gave
ahead
you
and
the
kind
keys.
of. I'll go ahead and kind of hand them off to Hope so she can start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hope is
yeah.
Hope is frantically testing keys as Bones begins to hit the top of the cell door with an attempt to wrangle out your comrades for 100 gold pieces, which he does expect soon thereafter.
Jay takes a look up at Drac and goes, "I got this. If this is good or not, regardless, it's I've been thinking, and I feel like it's regarding the offer we got earlier today, or yesterday, I guess.
Mhm.
I think it's honestly a little too late for me, but I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. You know what I mean? So, Jay, is just going to blindly take this candy and pop it in his mouth.
Okay. As you reach in to take the candy, he attempts to quickly close the box on your hands. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, well, you know what? This is actually a very wholesome prank, if that's all it is. We'll see.
I take your finger.
You take my finger off. That's a 16.
On a 16, you just quickly avert him closing the box as he takes again his sort of darkly colored confetti and tosses it in the air and does like a hand jive. It's like a ta-da!
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I give him a little clap.
Clap.
If
You
you-
got
if you-
me. You got me, Piddlewick.
If you clap for him, he instantly seems elated. He bends at his little tiny porcelain waist, and you hear the sort of sound of glass on glass as Hope begins, not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. And Bones, hitting at the stone above, says, "You don't have to tell us every time." As he is trying to break this wall down. We retreat from you all as Zulukia opens the door. Elvina Aeolus, and Jaren, you are now in a dimly lit room. On the wall, there are fiery sconces around you. The floor is sort of this crushed velvet. You see you're in kind of a billiards room. There's a pool table, and there is a bunch of shelves. Here, there is 2 chairs sitting across from each other in this room, and another door. As Zuluki looks back to you and she says, "This is where the meetings happen with Skenis chair. Now we gotta move real quickly here. You don't want to be fighting a real Rahadin. He'll come for ya. We'll have to make it down 2 flights of stairs. We're on the 2nd floor now. But we're not too far away from the staircase."
Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to ask again for another stealth check. You guys still are under the effects of Pass Without a Trace.
Thank
she's
God.
plus 10. She rolls a 26.
I got a 27.
Okay.
28.
28 is great.
Don't forget your guidance.
Aaron. Don't fail me.
Okay, it's not bad. Plus 10. 27.
Okay. You are moving quite quietly. You approach another large, heavy door. This one with a depiction of a busty woman embedded into it. She has on a bejeweled necklace and high, dark hair. At first, she looks almost identical to Strahd, but you see embedded in the bottom is a different name in Barovian. You've seen Strahd's name in Barovian. This is someone else, someone who very clearly is related to her. Alvina, you look at this woman, you know that this is Strahd's mother, looking at her depiction embossed in the door. Who is
Mommy?
taking?
Sorry.
Mommy, sorry. Mommy, mother,
Mommy,
sorry.
Mommy, sorry.
Anything that you guys would like to do in this room before you exit on out and go to the stairs?
I mean, at this point, I'm going to be a child, but I'm going to hold myself back.
No?
Intrusive thought, squeezing the busty woman.
Jesus Christ.
It's rude to stare, Aeolus.
Absolutely gets smacked.
Strahd's mom comes out of the painting. I don't think
David,
so.
you have no idea how prepared for that I'd be.
No, I don't think there's anything extra I want to do in this little room. Alvina's
Absolutely
just sort of
not.
taking everything
Unironically, as no joke, I would also like to just be on the kind of like more aware and like actively focused on like making sure we're not going into any traps.
I was gonna say, Alvina got knocked out by a fucking broom. She's not messing with anything extra in Strahd's castle. Like,
This room, I will say, is pretty opulent. There are some gold cups to hold wine. There is a bottle of wine here. There are some texts along the walls. There are clearly things of value in this room if you were interested in taking them, but you don't have to. It is a your choice.
oh,
sort
Alvina
of
really
thing.
wants to, but she knows better, I feel like, right now.
Okay.
I think Aeolus would also
Turn
be
around
like,
and I'm right there.
Yeah, Jaren's just standing and staring. He knows.
Aeolus would probably like eye the room for genuinely like for something that seems fishy or something that seems like something that would pique their interest.
Yeah, there are some paintings on the wall, some with depictions of Strahd and a man sort of looming over her. Again, a man who looks very similar to her, in armor, gripping her shoulder, that you would presume is her father.
Oh,
Make an investigation check just for shits and gigs.
Hits and gigs.
All of us are just
but also, Daddy, sorry.
Daddy, sorry. Father, sorry. Puppy, sorry.
Hey, Aeolus and Christian both swing every which way.
Jaren, make a perception check with advantage.
21.
Yay!
With your nose.
Investigation. Investigation 21.
On a 21, as you are looking at this painting, getting close to it because your brain is like, Daddy, sorry, Papa, sorry, Daddy, sorry. You see that there are some weird, like, defects in the painting around the eyes of her father. And then you realize that it's almost like they're not aligned with the painting itself. They're kind of off kilter.
Okay, after seeing that, I would literally just like, let's go. Like, I would just turn around and be like, as in like, just again, more or less, they were just looking out for traps to make sure they wouldn't trip anything. That would be like the main thing, and then like overall investigation wise, if it, like that would catch my eye, definitely like walk up to it, not like super close, but just like 1-2 steps or something like that, a little bit closer, and then be like, all right, that makes me uncomfy.
Yeah.
Leaving.
It makes you extra uncomfy as the eyes blink.
Oh.
As they
Leaving.
Shit.
And the birds in the painting subtly move in the background. It is incredibly uncomfortable.
That was
to look at
timed
this painting.
perfectly with my
I know the
music.
birds.
Yeah, they literally went caw caw caw. It was T.
Music is a paid actor. Jiren, what'd you get?
26.
26. I don't
that's
know if I
rough.
was expecting you to get a 26. On a 26, something smells sweet. Something smells sweet. Not like wine, like something else. It's faint, but it's near. And you can't put your finger on it, but it feels like a nostalgic smell. And you instantly, your brain is like, hope is somewhere. I need to find hope. Sort of that panic to find your spouse.
I think we should get going.
Come on, Shir. As she opens the door, and you exit to a wide hallway. There is a staircase off to the south. In this hallway, you see a slew of doors. There are a bunch of rooms in Castle Ravenloft. The hallway is also quite large. It's about 10 feet wide. In front of you is an ornately patterned red rug with sort of tassels around it, and there are sconces on the wall. Everyone make an investigation check as you are looking for traps.
Oh, natty 20,
I got a
baby.
Dirty 20.
Oh, natty 20.
I got... Oh,
Dude,
no.
I've been rolling weirdly good everyone has been rolling weirdly good, and that's
16.
I got a 12
concerning.
at one point when I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
but
that
it's
means
okay.
that means next session when we're fighting someone is gonna be real.
Oh,
gonna
no, it's
suck.
gonna be ass. It's going to, karma's gonna bite us in the ass.
On a natty 20, that is a very, very good roll. I will honor it. On a natty 20, Aeolus, the tassels on this rug move briefly like the tendrils of fingers. The rug is definitely, the tassels on the rug are definitely moving.
Alive.
I'm gonna say to the group that
it on
task. Listen.
Preemptively burn the place down right now. Start the fire.
Fuck everyone, we're all dead.
At the end of the campaign, better
But
have
no,
some
I
burning
would say
down
I would
Castle
say
Ravenloft.
that specifically that I'm like, the tassels on the rug are moving, and if I know anything about anything, especially what we've dealt with so far in Barovia, thinking, throwing it out there,
Sylvina.
mimic.
Do I look down? Do I see them shifting at all?
You see the tassels on the rug shifting. Anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check.
Yo,
Kia is going to make an Arcana check as well.
Yup. Nope. That's bullshit. A 7.
That
I
sucks.
got a
15.
nat 20 plus 4.
On
I
a
got a
natural,
15.
She really did.
on a natural 20.
Right there.
On a natural 20.
Next session's gonna be bad.
This is actually
It's gonna
perfect.
be real bad.
Elvina has developed a fear of inanimate objects in Barovia.
Broom.
Yes,
Elvina,
she really
Elvina is absolutely terrifying.
Broom. Door that turned into a mimic.
Inanimate objects. Elvina, looking at this rug, you can feel that there is some kind of arcane energy coming from it. The same when you were able to sense the arcane energy coming from that dragon. There has been some kind of magic latent within this rug itself. This rug is magical. There is some kind of trap here. You are sure of it. And you know better than to step on that rug.
How wide does this rug cover the hallway?
Right.
Like how
Do I have to
is
set
it
the
literally
rug
just in
fire
the center, or is it like
So-
We walk around it.
So you can walk around the edges of the rug, absolutely. It's obviously here that if someone who shouldn't be moving about the hallways were to step on it, they would be, Elvina, you know this with your natural 20, they would be smothered by this rug. This is a rug of smothering. This is a large construct. It is a magical rug that will smother you.
Hey, we shouldn't step on that, guys. Go around. Go around.
All right. I don't like the way it moves.
Oh, well, you really wouldn't like it if you stepped on it.
Good to know.
Yeah, I don't think any of us want to do that. So, anything going on along the walls? That's not a that's a question. That's a Christian question. Not
Did the lady step on it?
No.
Zulukia.
No, Zulukia
Lukia's wise.
Zulukia does a hop over the rug. Zulukia's taking no chances. Zulukia does a hop over the rug. There are some sconces on the walls. There's an ornate wallpaper on the walls as well. It is dimly lit up here. There are quite a few rooms. As you are moving, Christian, you said you were paying extra special attention.
Literally for traps exclusively, just because like
For
traps are things that could potentially, again, inanimate objects that could randomly fuck us up. Like, I don't know, a suit of armor coming to life, shit like that. You're gonna make a suit of armor come to life again, aren't you? I swear to God.
Further down the hallway,
I saw that face.
You do see two suits of armor.
All right, fucking, I went.
From each other.
This is
Across from each other.
This is literally making me want. This is making me want. Oh fuck! I chose the wrong domain. Let me go life domain. So fireball this bitch. That's what I want to start doing right now. But I don't have it, and I'm
You
upset.
see two suits of armor down the hall
What are those?
across from each other. Some sort of like decorative suits of armor. Jiren and
want me-
Alina, what are
Can
you
we make
paying
Arcana
attention to?
checks?
Yeah,
This
you
is
can- hey, you can certainly make an Arcana check. You saying suits of armor, you immediately see those suits of armor. Aeolus, you can make an Arcana check.
I'm still trying to pick up on that nostalgic trail to seeing if it gets any more present the closer we move.
100%.
Oh, okay.
As you move down the hallway, that scent is thicker. It is something sweet like honey and rye. It smells like wheat, like home, some kind of home smell. Elvina, what are you paying attention to in this moment?
Honestly, she's just trying to pay attention to sort of everything at this moment because she doesn't trust inanimate objects.
So suit of armor, yes.
Yeah, she's also probably focused on those suit of armors at the end of the hall.
You cast. Did anyone cast? Never mind. Forgive me.
By the way.
My cup is by the same.
I was getting out my dice bag just because I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of Google stuff, but I'm like, let me roll it one more time. So Google gave me another nat 20, and I'm going with it.
Jesus Christ.
On a nat 20 Arcana check, looking down the hallway, Aeolus, one of the suits of armor has in its hand a crossbow. The other does not. There is nothing magical that you can feel coming from that end of the hallway, but you do see to the left-hand side, sort of just out of your view, one of the suits of armor has a crossbow.
Okay. So obviously I would need to get a little bit closer to see if there's any like trip wires or some sort to trigger a crossbow.
Looking at the two suits of armor, the one suit of armor is almost entirely different from the one across from it. It's the one is an obsidian black that matches the armor that you have seen Strahd herself adorn, the armor that attacked Elvina. The other one is kind of in a contrast, a silvery color, like a silvery white sort of color. They also look like they're from like different historical eras as well. Like these two suits of armor weren't made at the same time. The white one is the one that has a crossbow at its side.
Sorry,
They both have crossbows, or only one? Sorry.
Only one had crossbows.
Only the full set of white. That is also sort of, again, they're across from each other in like sort of a symmetry with the helm down.
Did any of them has anyone casted Fairy Fire yet?
No.
Because I was sort of thinking about doing it with these armor suits, just because, you know.
You could.
Buddy, I say full send it.
It is a cantrip, so I think I am going to go ahead and just,
It's a cantrip for you?
It is a cantrip for me.
That's baller.
Oh, no, it's not. Damn, it is a first level.
I was gonna say it's yeah.
My bad.
Jaren,
but I'm still okay.
Jaren, that familiar smell of honey as you make your way further down the hallway, it is overwhelming.
I think once it becomes overwhelming, I begin to lose a bit of the calmness and begin to try to push forward. Like, as if people are like calm and talking about the armor, I can only think about there. Like, I'm aware that I need to be cautious, but the instinct kind of kicks in a little bit.
It is darker at this point in the hallway. It's about 50 yards down. It's a long hallway. It is darker at this point in the hallway, almost as if the sconces have been purposefully dimmed at this portion of the hallway. And as you are moving, you also smell the smell of cinnamon. Like cinnamon rolls specifically. And you smell like the smell of like remnants of a stew. You have a very keen nose for food. You have a spouse who loves to sort of prepare things for you. It smells like cinnamon and stew, and also that smell of honey. Like cinnamon, honey, and some kind of beef stew are things that you smell. But you just see these two armors at the end of the hall. Is someone casting Fairy Fire? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and really cast Fairy Fire towards the end of the
Go ahead. What is that? What kind of saving throw?
It's a let's see here.
Dex?
Wow, that's
action.
Dex 13.
Dex at a 13, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me get my dice.
She grabs 20 different pieces.
What's the range on Fairy Fire?
So
No, they're all within that range. They're all within it.
60 feet away, and yeah, it's just like 20 foot.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Well, I'm not Fairy Fired. I don't even need to say it's well above the 13.
Okay.
Don't even need to add anything.
I casted it down towards the suit of armors, so...
You watch the suit of armor begin to glow with light. Whereas it was dim previously, it begins to glow. You see the suit of armor turn and point an arrow at you. You also see further down the hall, there is some light being cast around the corner now, indicating that some creatures have been covered in fairy fire, but it was dim him down there. There is some other thing around, or some other things you don't know around the corner that have been cast in fairy fire. As you hear, you see this suit of armor torn towards you, and she's going to fire. At this point, your faces are still sort of shrouded in darkness. That is an 18. I'm gonna roll a d4 to see who she's trying to hit. On a 4, it's Zulu Kia. On a 3, it is Jaren. On a 2, it is Elvina. And on a 1, it is Aeolus. Oh my god.
Is this a roll 20 moment?
Joker.
No.
Theater of the mind.
Not yet. We're in Theater of the Mind tonight. Perfect. Jaren, does an 18 beat your AC?
It certainly does.
Okay.
Damn.
You a crossbolt hits you, and hits you in the shoulder. The smell, the saccharine smell of honey as you get shot in the shoulder, and you all hear from the suit of armor a voice. Stop right there. As the armor turns, and cast in fairy fire, you see lifting up the suit of armor.
I swear to God.
A young tiefling.
Oh fuck!
With two horns, holding a crossbow, looking at both of you. A child around the corner, with a bunch of cinnamon rolls, just like an impressive quantity of cinnamon rolls is waiting around the corner, and you see a woman who looks frighteningly like her brother Jay, holding a staff, ready to do an absolute thing of whoop ass. As you see this little girl, she's about 15 in age. She has tendrils of dark curly hair framing her face.
I fucking wonder who this is.
She's got a very square jaw, but like beautiful curled lashes.
She's got a beard, so it's not Jaren's daughter.
She has glowing yellow eyes.
Can't be.
As she holds up this crossbow, and she says, "Stop!"
Alvina's gonna ready a fireball in her hand for firebolt.
Yeah, I'm going to grab. How far is she? Because this is still dark, right?
Right.
It's again dim light. You can only sort of barely make out the shadows of the people around you. Obviously, this child has been cast in fairy fire, and the
She's
two
outlined in green hue anyhow.
Yeah.
Outlined, and she's pretty shiny, but also we all have extra vision of dark sight, don't we?
It's still it's 300 feet of dark vision, but it's still in grayscale.
But she's lit up.
Yes.
More than the actual sconces lit her up prior to this. So you would be able to tell who she is from this distance, Mr. Werewolf.
She's about 5'11". She's a very tall young lady, and she's about 15 years old, and she's looking at you with the ferocity of someone who is going to cock and attempt to shoot again. She cannot see you because you are quite a ways away from her. She can only see these sort of hulking figures in the dark, but you see her begin to clack another crossbow as though she is ready, and she looks at you and she says, "We are getting out of here, and you will not be able to stop us. You won't." And she
wait. I'm gonna probably hear the crackle of fire behind me from Elvina, and kind of look back and go, wait, hold on.
There are children with us. Another voice sort of says behind her, as you see a short, very tiny, petite little elf, especially next to Isabel, who is kind of a hulking teenage girl, very built, very strong. You see she's got dark curly hair, this elf. She is wearing a robe similar to the ones that you have seen Jay wear, and they are sort of moving in a cluster with a young drow who looks to be about 10 or 11 years old.
Wild.
Isabel?
You see her half lower her crossbow.
I think I'm going to begin to just walk forward, not even thinking, is that you? I'm going to just keep walking.
Alvina's gonna be like, Jaren.
Elvina fully ready to clock and throw this fireball at this group of kids. Perfect.
What happened to stay with the plan, huh?
Yeah. That.
Do not. You hear. At your end of the hallway, Zulu Kia say, "Do not be." Oh my God! Hold on.
You can do it.
Share.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't get dragged in.
You can do it. I believe in you.
You hear her say in a Rastafarian accent.
Yes.
You hear her say, "Don't let the illusions take you," as this little girl begins to lower her crossbow. Dad?
I don't know if this one's an illusion, bud.
Does it? It smells. Can I pick up on that scent?
It smells as when you're trying to remember a smell.
Yeah,
You sort of remember first the origin of the location of where it's from before you begin to associate it with a more permeating memory. And as you look at this little girl, you remember Hope taking like honey incense and dabbing it on her wrists, and also reaching up to dab it on Hope as well, and her sort of on Isabel as well, and Isabel sort of pushing her away. Don't do that, Mom. Don't do that, Mom. When she was quite young. Now you see a young woman in front of you who smells distinctly of honey and looks deceptively like your wife. This is the girl that you saw in the vision.
I can't believe. Hold on. I'm going to reach down and to that tiny little lantern that I have with the black candle in it that does emit some bit of light within the lantern. I mean, I can see her with the fairy fire, but I want her to be able to see me better. And I'm going to take it. Just hold on.
You said that there were sconces in this hallway, right? That just aren't lit.
Yeah, it appears that they have the sconces along the wall have been put out as you get further in, almost as though mayhap the cluster of children at the end of this hall are putting out the sconces as they pass them.
Okay.
I'm going to open up the lantern and very quickly snap my fingers with just a small sacred flame to light the candle. And I close it and I begin. It's me. I'm going to raise it to see my face.
Would Hope and Isabel have seen this candle before and recognize it? The green candle that you keep?
I think Hope would have, yes, but I think Isabel has once when she was very young, and I immediately go to put it out as she sees it.
Okay, make a persuasion check. DC's gonna be very, very high. This is a very cautious child. You do not get to roll with advantage because you do not know Hope. You do not know Isabel as well as you do Hope. Sadly. Okay, what did you roll?
At an 18.
Okay, she rolled an 11 on her insight. She tentatively lowers the crossbow that she has. If you are my father, then tell me something that only he would know. Prove it.
Your mom's got these little...
Shut up. I don't even know what you were going to say, but I don't want to hear it.
Dimple.
Jesus Christ.
Insane.
Sorry.
The helix. Mom used to... She wouldn't give it to you because you were too young and you didn't like the spice, but I did.
Hope, Isabel drops the crossbow at her side. Not drops to the ground, but she lowers it completely. As you see, again cast in fairy fire, this group of 3 children, and she sort of looks at you, and she holds herself here. She's very still. Make another insight check. This is with disadvantage because you don't know this.
Alvina will go ahead and extinguish her flame because obviously things are going well.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage distinctly.
Haley, are you sure?
I will let you roll it straight, but no advantage from knowing her.
No, I'm gonna take it because it's a natural one.
Oh, damn.
On a natural one, this is the face of a very stoic child. Her jaw is set, her brows are lowered. Elvina, looking at this child, is like looking at Jaren, so angry and beyond pissed. This child has a ferocity to her.
Elvina's gonna like elbow her and be like, "Hey, you make that face at me when you're mad."
As she looks at all of them, she says, "Where is my mother?"
Well, you see, that's who we're trying to go get, along with the rest of our little crew of misfits.
We're here to find her.
Where'd you guys come from?
The room down the hall. A teeny child sort of peeks out. Again, his face is stuffed. He is still eating whatever food he has inside of this.
This is the drow, the little.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Elvina and kind of like, does that look like?
It does.
Yeah.
This kid's belly is kind of protruding. He's a very skinny child. You can tell that this child has sort of eaten himself into a small pouch. He's wearing
a little bit of pooch.
He's wearing kind of like a frock, and he is shoeless.
So we got. Elvina's gonna look at these kids too. Notice the ones that drown and be like, "So we got your daughter. I'm assuming you know Drac."
His mouth is full of something as spews of crumbs fall on the ground.
Who are
This
you?
child is very hungry.
She's gonna look at the third one who hasn't really
Spoken.
Yeah.
She says, "My name is Nori."
Nori.
Has that name did Jay ever
Yeah,
say?
do we know these names?
Elvina, you know who Nori is.
I was about to say, I
don't
know.
think I do.
Yeah. Elvina, you definitely know who Nori is. Jaren, you have no idea.
No,
This is
I
just
didn't
some
know.
this is just some random half elf at the end of this hallway, wearing some robes and shit.
Question: how
Well, you do
far
know
are we
that-
from them?
You did say that she is wearing robes that are very similar.
Oh,
to
similar.
robes that
Yeah,
they
that's
wear.
true.
Yeah, they're very, very similar. You guys are. I would say that you guys are really close to them. They're sort of standing right in front of you as like a little cluster.
So if
Um,
Elvina would know this, I think she'd also is gonna look at Nori and be like, "You're not laughing."
No, this isn't particularly funny to me. I don't know
No,
about
no,
your
no.
son.
You're right.
You had, according to. How did she kill you?
Who?
Does Nori know that she had cackle fever? I'm so
Make an
confused.
insight check. Make an insight check.
Oh, that's some shit.
You see, Hope is actively standing guard.
I
Isabel?
got a 14.
But excuse me,
You mean
Isabel. Isabel is standing guard in front of in my notes I have Hope equals Isabel, but a little meaner. So
That makes sense.
Perfect.
That tracks.
so
Yeah.
Major part. That's Jaren.
Angry. Oh my god, an abandoned, not abandoned father, but a father who abandoned her and is now
He went to get
very.
He went to go kill. His version is he went to go kill a monster. That was his version.
That's definitely what happened.
Crazy.
You see her sort of standing again, acting as a guard between you and these people. She's still holding on to the crossbow. She's not let go. She could still choose to raise it and fire it, but she has stopped. I don't know what you're talking about.
Question: how many
Could I
people
make a
can my
deception check? Like, is she?
You can make an
That's
insight check.
Okay.
Insight check.
how many entities can my nondescript Pokeball hold?
I got a 10 on insight, so.
Nondescript Pokeball can hold one at a time, and they don't need to eat or drink while they're inside of it. But a nondescript Pokeball can only hold one at a time. So in order to capture any of these people and put them in there, you would have to first take Drew out.
Got it.
And
Not
I'm
doing it,
honestly sure
sorry.
that she would love to tag along with you in this house of riches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that also will open us up
Bad
to
idea.
potential curses and shit like that for later, and I don't want that.
And mimics
Oh, you-
attacking us.
Bro, I
Not
love a
even
good
that.
curse.
I know Drew. Drew's gonna take some shit, and it's somehow gonna get Strahd to fuck us in the ass,
It's
and I don't
gonna
want
be
that.
fine.
Fair.
David, no.
Anyhow,
love
I got
your
a 10
daughter?
on an insight.
Love your daughter.
Doug, what you
My
gonna do?
daughter, above right now. Sorry.
On a 10, she seems this person across from you seems really confused.
Okay.
So if we're relatively close, can I cast Minor Illusion of something
Are you doing it?
funny that Drac did for
Fall off a castle.
little?
You can cast Minor Illusion. What happens in this illusion that you cast?
It's literally just like kind of a recounting and showing of like Drac and like some stupid shit that he does.
He goes
Because that's how I see Drac, and then anytime Drac does something, it's literally like
Yeah.
where literally Drac's drinking and he going Rema! Fucking shit like that.
Rema.
Yeah, you cast a visage of Drac holding up a chalice and saying Rema, and you see that the small boy goes Rema, brother, as he's again his face is sort of full.
And then basically I change it into Drac doing a jig. Kind of like
you
a puppet
see-
master.
You see, Nori will say, "Yes, we met him earlier. He's going to be a part of our new family." There's no new family. Isabel shakes her head. We're looking for my mother, and then we're going to leave.
Family.
What do you
Yes.
mean,
What are you
new
talking about?
family?
It sounds like that's a coinky dink, and it sounds like we're going in the same direction. So dungeon? Question mark? Instead of like you guys can catch up, and because hope. Still dungeon.
Yes, we'll find her there. I'm sure, but the lady Strahd, she asked us to join in her family.
And I'll say, sweetheart is not the type of family that you want to join.
We've had a weird evening. Where
I'm sure we've all
do
had
you-
a weird evening.
do you know where they're keeping her? Isabel.
Dungeon 2 floors down.
Okay,
Zulukia, you've been here before.
I know Cher where they're being kept. Who the hell are these? I did not know there would be no kids in the castle that we might find. You know these children.
Well, I've come to learn that this whole damn town has an obsession with children. It's quite
Did-
weird.
This is
The
a
one-
huge liability.
The one in the armor is my daughter.
Yeah, that much I could tell.
I think
Oh,
that
you
one-
The
asked.
other
At
two,
least
the other
you,
two are related to the other two.
Yeah, no
Jay.
shit.
Trying to
Yeah.
save.
Clearly, that is your daughter. I was not born yesterday.
I
This
mean,
is
you
not more
asked.
than I had bargained for. It is going to be a lot harder to get out of here carrying around with us some child in a full suit of armor. And are you still eating cinnamon rolls? As you
To
see
be
this
fair,
kid is-
I don't think any of us accounted for this happening.
This
The last
kid,
I heard, that one, she points to Nori, Elvina, she had cackle fever. So I don't know how exactly she's here now.
I-
And not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm fucking talking about anymore either.
First level
Elvina
cat.
honestly
First
says,
level.
like,
First level. Am I gonna cast this? Can I do an Arcana check instead of detect magic to gather the same information, or would detect magic give me a more accurate thing of if she's affected by magic in this moment?
Detect magic is going to tell you if
Why
there
is
is
it so
magic
cool?
and what kind of spells are in place. Arcana is just sort of based on what knowledge you have and understanding of magic. Even if it's a spell that you don't understand, detect magic is going to tell you if that spell has been cast and is actively in place.
Okay, first level detect magic. Just like cast it outright, not even as a ritual, because that's gonna take fucking 10 minutes. Who has time for that? So cast detect magic to see if her whole body or any of these kids' bodies are magical
Illusion.
and being like affected by magic of some sort.
On with your detect magic, it also tells you if there's magical items, correct?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Okay, it is clear to you instantly that the crossbow that Isabel is carrying is enchanted in some way. You sense that some kind of divine magic it has been placed on it, and as you're looking at the bolts, and even you, Jaren, as you pull them, you pull them from your chest, it's moonstone at the end of these. She's shot you with moonstone, which is why when it pierced your skin, even though she hit you, no damage was dealt to you because it's moonstone. It's not gonna hurt you. You are a divine cleric. They can't hurt you with like your god's own power. That's gonna work. But she is you would know
chosen.
you would know Jaren, and you would also know Aeolus after having cast this, is that she is wielding some kind of divine crossbow. Aeolus, as you are looking at them, you see it's like a taste that fills your mouth. It is the taste of something, of some enchantment magic. It tastes sort of bubbly like pop rocks. You see that all of these, Nori, Isabel, and the boy are under the effects of a modify memory spell that was recently cast on them. So their memory has been modified. Something has been taken from them in their memories as they all sort of look at you.
So, kids, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Do you want me to whisper it to you first, Jaren, so you can be prepared?
In addition to that, modify memory, you also feel something sweet and saccharine fill your mouth. Nori is being charmed. She is under the effects of some kind of charm spell.
Fucker. All right. This is how it's going to go down. Jaren, answer my question. First of all, that's not me in character. That's Christian. I'm getting excited for this shit, David.
What are you gonna do?
What I messaged you earlier.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
No. But again, this was like this verbally. What I'm gonna say first. Would you like?
What do you?
And I'm like,
stretched.
I'm literally gonna say. So.
What are you talking about?
What is she doing in this?
Do you see her?
I don't know what her goal. Calypso, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
She's just so stretched.
Is there a treat up there or something?
No, look, the window is open, guys. God, leave her alone.
The outside calls.
Well, she was just like sitting in the little basket portion, and she was like doing a full gangster lean.
All right, I get it. We can just have Calypso vision. That's fine. I can turn off. I'll go on the ground.
Calypso, what are you doing, you silly Goomba?
Calypso, what would you like to do in this moment?
Calypso, roll a perception check for me. There are mice.
Looking at me
everywhere.
Because I'm being very weird.
Calypso, there are mice. Christian, continue. So sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this is what you were talking about until I looked behind me and I'm like, she is just stretched. I'm like, this is just her.
Yeah, half of her was in the little bowl and half of her was not.
Well, now you can see she's looking out the window because she likes the smell of and look outside.
What does
sometimes I
Aeolus
scare her
do after realizing after realizing the detect magic is up? Oh my god, holy shit. Also wearing a necklace underneath her armor, you can sense it. There is a powerful incredibly powerful divine magic coming from the chest of our wee Isabel. She has a what kind of amulet is this? She has an amulet of the divine that she is wearing, or amulet of the devout, excuse me. So she's wearing an amulet that is a half crescent moon with some stones around it. Um, uh, yeah, okay. She's a paladin.
Baller.
Yeah, yeah. Her as a paladin with a crossbow currently because she's swordless, sadly. She's without sword. Continue, Aeolus, whatever you would like to do. So sorry.
So what are you talking about? What are you asking me?
So, listen, I'm just gonna say it. So all three of you children and all have had your memories modified. Verbatim.
What?
Detect magic. I cast it just to see because it seemed a little weird. All three of them have had their memories modified.
This is
Also
quite strange.
The middle one is currently being charmed.
Noise.
And then at that moment, I cast Dispel Magic on the charm. 3rd level.
Ooh.
3rd level Dispel Magic. Okay. The charm on Nori drops. You watch her face change and alter as a hand very quickly curls over Isabel's shoulder, and Nori snatches her very quickly like Schmeagol to her chest. Nori's face warps, sort of like the Grinch's grin slowly curling as you hear her laughing, cackling. It is clear that Strahd is very powerful, right? Strahd has essentially charmed the sick away and has convinced, has sort of gaslit Nori into believing that she, in fact, was not sick and it was in some way hiding or making this illness dormant. That is no longer. You hear her cackling as Isabel shouts a scream, not expecting her comrades to her back to come and grab her. You may all are going to roll initiative, but we are going to pause here as Nori snatches young Hope.
Oh,
with
you really had me thinking she was actually cured somehow.
With a boy behind her.
Same, buddy, same.
It's always a trick. It's always a trick.
An illusion.
I would say I feel bad, but also I don't.
Cowering in fear.
This is exactly what Aeolus would do in this moment. Find something out, drop the knowledge, immediately fuck shit up.
I would have done that too. I said, oh, there's a charm, uncharm, obviously.
As we cut into the dungeon, got it, as Hope clicks the door. It is lifted, and Bones sort of stands with you as Alexi and Esmeralda, crying, exit. Alexi says, I will not leave without my brother. I will go and find him. How come I can find Alexi's accent so easily? That's so fucking annoying. I will not leave without my brother. I will go and find him, but you will take Esmeralda with you. I'm not going without you. No, you'll take me with you, Alexei. Or you are coming with us. You know that whatever has happened to Luvash. We do not know that. You see them have this sort of exchange in front of you. As Alexei, it is a clear, feels determined that Luvash is alive, and Esmeralda is kind of confronted with the idea that he is not. What are you guys doing in this moment? Piddlewick is excitedly waiting for someone else to try to stick their hand in his box.
I
Drac?
don't like the way you said that.
Drac currently. Drac,
I am
since
also
we've gotten
waiting.
here in the dungeon, has always been looking at his bracelet to see if it's glowing or not. Is it glowing?
It is currently glowing a bright red on your wrist, and has been since you've been in the dungeon. It has not stopped glowing since Grok entered Barovia. So it has always
okay.
been glowing this whole time.
Okay.
Grok.
Nothing different.
Does it tell you when your brother is dead? Hope says as she looks at you.
Jesus Christ!
Does it tell you if he's alive or not?
No, it just tells me if he's in danger or not.
Fucking shite. We need to move. We need to move quickly and adamantly. Are you coming with us, Bones? And Bones sort of...
He's
I'm
a hired
sorry.
mercenary. He has to come with us. All right, let's get going.
What the intention
I
of
literally paid him.
made. So you guys begin to exit out of the dungeon.
First, before we do that, Jay is going to turn to Drac and goes, "All right, I know you've been thinking about it. Are you gonna hit me or not? Are you gonna just tell me if you're gonna do it?
The minute
and then we can get over with.
the
I know you've
minute-
been thinking about it.
the minute you become unuseful to me, you're dead.
That's fair.
That's all I give him.
Woo.
Hope turns around with her hands sort of held like this in front of her face. Shut the fuck up. Everyone, as we go upstairs, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you speak. You speak. She looks at Bones. I especially don't want to hear anything out of your mouth. I'm sorry, Esmeralda, but your brother is definitely dead. Alexei, your brother is definitely dead. My daughter is alive. We need to find her, and we need to get everyone out of here as swiftly as we can. I will kill any of you if you stand in my way. Is that clear? As she
What-
sort of
What
fiercely.
room did they say? I'm jamming. I don't
First
remember.
Door on the left, on the second floor.
All right, I think we should check there first. Or do you think
Alright.
that's just an obvious trap?
Isabel said it. I don't think she would have set that trap. She's. I mean, I don't know what conversations you had with her. Hope.
She
A
was
long
clear.
con.
She was clear in her potency.
What a-
She said, "Good night, Mom. We're going to be upstairs. First door on the left. I don't think that my daughter would lie to me. Do I think that Strahd might have moved her? Yes, but the second floor is where we need to be to check where they are. Capiche? Is everyone good? Is everyone clear on the plan?"
Regardless, they would be as far away from us as possible. So second floor is a good bet.
Correct.
All right, let's go sneaky beaky like.
Listen. And she turns to Piddlewick, who is just sort of standing beside her, like, oh, now that he's being acknowledged. As he looks up at her, listen. I appreciate the keys and the box. I don't know what your thing is. She shrugs. But if you can help me find my daughter. And he looks at her, and he sort of tilts his little glass head, and she goes, "The one who's about the same size as me." And then he nods. If you could help me find her, please. And he begins to scuttle across the floor like a little Roomba.
I mean, I think it knows. I think it knows. I think we just gotta be quiet.
We don't have any other options. Be silent, all of you. And everyone needs to roll a stealth check as
Stealth
they're leaving
check!
and exiting. I will roll for Hope.
I will go ahead and use two monk points to do pass without trace.
Okay, so everyone, thank God, because Hope rolled a 6.
Oh, that disadvantage is a bitch.
The disadvantage is humbling.
Unnatural 20. Dirty 20, sorry.
Look at
That
that
is-
guy. That's over 30.
That is a 31.
Okay.
Hope I think rolled the lowest, and she rolled a 16, which means the average exceeds a 15. That's really what we need. Oh my God. Bones.
Oh,
We're clear.
That's a big box of Cheez-It.
We're
You
really-
got games on your phone?
You got games on your phone? You guys make your way out of the dungeon, following a skittling Piddlewick. You move slowly and silently. You arrive back at the floor you were at previously. The dungeon, you remember Rahadin taking you to the dungeon. You sort of are retracing your steps back up. Drac, you remember the Hall of Gargoyles and the Hall of Wyverns. You work strategically to avoid those areas. Hope casts Dispel Magic on Hope casts Dispel Magic on 2 dragon sconces, and you see that she shows you essentially a place where they were spitting out little darts, and she sort of catches that. As you are moving, I would like you two both to make an investigation check. Hope will do the same, so will Zulukia, and so will Esmeralda.
Not Zulukia.
With us.
Oh,
You mean
Bones?
I mean Bones.
Bones.
Bones. I will tell you, Bones is not particularly intelligent. He gets like a -5 to his investigation.
I get
so
a 9. So.
I got a 5, so.
Oh my god.
No, not very many intelligent people.
Oh my god.
It's.
okay.
Danger.
Do I have
As
it? Oh
you-
my god. sound
I
bite.
mean, do we hear any cackling?
Not yet.
Okay.
You are making your way
You fucking will.
to the second floor. You see, as you guys are moving, Jay, just before your foot is about to step on a raised portion of stone, Hope grabs your arm, and she says, "Do not step there. Move this way." She navigates you to another portion of the hallway. These halls are littered, capital L, littered with traps.
Mhm.
And you begin moving up the stairs as you are all moving together, making soft steps and doing quite well at being quiet. You hear a child scream. Hope takes off. Gone. She runs upstairs, disregarding the danger of the traps. And as you all turn the corner, I'm assuming everyone is quickly following her. You can see at the end of the hall. You don't see your comrades because they're further. We're at an L-shaped intersection. You guys, and by you guys I mean Aeolus, Elvina, and Jaren, are here. You guys are here. Hope is rushing towards her daughter at the end of the hall. Jay, you see Nori as she is cackling profusely, gripping Isabel, the young child who you saw have this interaction with Hope. You watch Hope grab her fire lance as she begins to throw it at Nori. Drac, you see your little brother at the intersection of these corners. In the corner, he is beginning to cry. You see crumpled biscuit on the ground next to him, and everyone is now going to roll for initiative, and this is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Mhm.
By the way, I was about to ask if is Strahd's like charming different than mine charming?
It's a different kind of charming.
Okay.
There is a route to it which you'll be able to divulge when you have enough time to like inspect Nori. But right now, because we're in the midst of like her being half sconced in darkness, her having grabbed Isabel, I will honor your cast of detect magic. But there's certain like descriptors that we'll hit later.
I was just
narratively-
curious.
Narratively, it made sense for me to be like, haha, Jaren, your daughter's here. Oh my god, she's in danger. No.
Yeah.
But the main reason why I asked is because I
In
have like
danger.
charm person with the eyes of charming glasses that I'm currently wearing because I look baller as fuck with my glasses and cape billowing. And sorry, but I was just curious. That's the only reason why I was asking.
You
'cause I'm
you
like,
can, in the midst of combat, you can certainly try to charm her out of her fever. Everyone, please put their initiative in chit chat, and I'm gonna roll for Hope. I'm gonna roll for Bones, who you still have not seen yet, Elvina, because he's on the other side of the hall, and I'm going to roll for Esmeralda.
He looks so weird. The 6.
Apologies that it made your
That's
sister
unfortunate.
get her cackle fever back.
Oh, you know what?
I knew that it was
That's so sad, but it's okay.
It wasn't intentional.
I know it wasn't.
Because when I was like,
It was
this
too good to
won't
be
bring back the
true.
cackle fever.
I'm not giving too much spoilers, but I mean, I got to interact with Nori last session, and seemed like it was chill, but it's obviously not chill. Of course not. Not even Strahd can do it.
What is this reaction? Oh, it's a caterpillar?
The little hamster doing a worm.
How did you guys feel? How did everyone feel? Elvina Bones is here.
I know.
Bones about to
Hot
fucking
pirate
die.
boyfriend? What the fuck?
I was gonna
Boyfriend,
say, I
dad,
feel like Elvina
husband?
should have bones tattooed on her. Not like the name or anything, but like she has.
If you'll allow it,
anatomical-
I think you'll have some like anatomical bones at the base of your spine, and I
That's
would
what I was
kind of
thinking. The
I
spine.
would kind of like I would kind of like, if you're down, it's kind of just like an anatomical bones down the base of your spine, kind of like a tramp stamp in a way.
I was gonna say literally like a tram stamp.
Yeah, like
Oh,
a
no.
bones,
I'm
a
down with
bones.
that. Who's the husband?
A bones themed tramp
Not a
stamp.
husband.
He does have the name Elvina branded on the base of his
What a
jawline,
bold fucking statement. That's
And-
Not a
bold.
husband.
and the name of his ship is Elvina, that is tattooed on his shoulder.
The Elvina.
Bones about to
Oh,
catch
you're
Steve's
his
hand.
siren. That's what this bitch is.
This is about to be the most perfectly chef's kiss toxic interaction we've had. Hope and Jaren, beautiful. We love to see it. We love to see it. Now we have Bones and Elvina. What an amazing reunion this is about to be.
my.
Wow, this is gonna be sick.
I'm fully about to
Bones
like.
doesn't know a really big thing.
Yeah, Bones doesn't know what Bones.
Oh no!
Jaren
Oh,
knows
I think
That-
yeah.
that Elvina has a kid, and Bones doesn't even know.
Bones has no idea.
Yes.
Also,
That's
I
insane.
love Drac being like, "Oh, you really like Elvina's, do you?" And at first, Bones is like, "This guy's a fucking weirdo because of the tattoo." And then he's like, "Yeah, we're traveling with an Elvina," and then immediately gets waterboarded.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately waterboarded.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared for
There are a
that.
lot
one.
of very aggressive people that we have as our
I
loved ones.
I love that both mine and Hope's first instincts, like, doesn't matter who it is, immediately act, because like
Just
you were like, she's
immediately
gonna
backwards.
throw it, and I was like, oh no, he's gonna like, because it's dimly lit here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so with the 6th level in cleric for Twilight Cleric, I get an ability that like in dim light I can fly basically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, I was gonna flavor it. I'll probably for next time I can save it, but like, it's not pretty. Like, it's not like if I'm there, I am shadow. Like that wisping shadow around myself. It's like I'm gonna menace this child and not give a fuck.
Well, Nori is actually an adult woman. She just looks like a child.
Okay.
She is very youthful, quite youthful features, the same way that
like
Jay looks
Nori-
very young.
I am.
Jay
that's
is like
true.
Jay
Elf.
is like early 20s, and Nori is like 18.
Okay, I'm going to menace this person
Yeah.
in not a good way.
What's so funny is like Hope had like in our session that we had with just Drac and Jay, Hope attended a dinner where she has acknowledged that Nori is someone who means a lot to Jay, and it's not that she doesn't care about your relationship with this person. It's just her daughter means so much more to her than anyone
And is
else.
being grappled.
And is
for
being
sure.
grappled.
I'm not. She sees her daughter being grappled by Nori. She's gonna do something.
Yeah,
That's not-
And Nori's doing a menace giggle while she digs her nails into her 15-year-old daughter. Sadly, Hope's caring for you, which is kind of on the rocks right now because she barely knows you and you betrayed her, is kind of, to the dust. Also,
here.
Bones is here. Yay for Bones. And Piddlewick's here!
Yay,
Get away!
Not as big of a yay.
Jay's
I love
about to
Piddlewick.
just have a very bad day.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Cat is on the same wavelength at me that Piddlewick is fucking creepy, right?
I think
Nah,
those are
Okay,
he's cute.
okay, thank you. I think you are too horror brain coded.
I also don't like dolls, though. Like, I've never really been a big fan.
I saw Chucky when I was 5. I fucking hate dolls.
I grew
Oh,
up with
dude,
this
dolls